Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to speak to you all today. I'm Nareemart Thongchan, and I'm excited to share insight on improving participation rate in colorectal cancer screening with patient navigator intervention in rural community. Our project began when we visited the proctology ward and discovered that the colorectal cancer ranked as the fourth most common cancer in Thailand. Unfortunately, a lot of patients only seek treatment in advanced stage, making it challenging to treat effectively. So this prompts us to consider the importance of early detections. Even Thailand launched a colorectal cancer screening program in 2018, but the participation rate of target population is still under standard. The target population in Bangkok over the past 3 years is 12.9 million people, but the number might be surprising you that only 3.3 million people who underwent the screening test for the cancer as a fecal immunochemical test. So we decided to identify the possible barrier, a healthcare system, a financial burden, and develop a contextually relevant intervention that meet the community needs to maybe use as a guideline for developing Thailand screening policy in the future. So our study is a mixed method study, a sequential exploratory study. It's starting with a qualitative phase. We use a semi-structured interview encompassing both in-depth interview and focus group discussion to determine the underlying reason why they haven't been screened, integrating those reasons into thematic analysis. And this is the problem that we will found: deficiency in knowledge and accessibility of colorectal cancer screening tests. As they say, I have never heard of that before, that there is a test for it, or unless it's really painful, we don't usually go for checkup. So after brainstorming with them, we can categorize into three main solutions: authorize the village health volunteer in assist the test, empowering the village health volunteer with the knowledge to educate the people. And the last one is enhancing screening access via on-site inspection. As I say, the village health volunteer know everyone well in the neighborhood. They understand how to persuade each one. And if you want better result, the village health volunteer need to go into the field. So as you can see, this, this community needs someone who can assist them in disseminate the knowledge and provide them the taste. So it most likely needs to be a village health volunteer in this situation, and we will assign them a specific responsibility and refer them as a navigator for being our intervention. Let's move on into the next section, a quantitative phase. We use a quasi-experiential study, and this is the map show the location of the intervention and control group household. And this is the demographic data. And here we have an intervention protocol. First of all of the participants would attend the health educational session by the village health volunteer to pass on the basic knowledge and the screening. And we will offer them a specimen container back home and also the fit test. After that, only intervention group would have a navigator to assist them throughout the entire procedure. They must be able to share a fundamental knowledge of the disease, a proper way to collect the stool, or the interpretation of the test. And we also handed the navigator a leaflet to ensure that they can distribute the knowledge correctly. And this is our final result as we correct the number of the test specimen container for the outcome. As you can see, at 80.95% of the control group underwent the screening procedure. On the other hand, all of the participants in intervention group underwent the procedure, resulting in 100% participation rate. Although our result did not yield a difference, as you can see the p-value, but we cannot conclude that the protocol is ineffective. From the various literature reviews, other studies have a intervention such as a primer message via patient portal or a mail kit and a telephone reminder, which is really similar to our approach. And they found a significant result. In fact, our study, which created an intervention based on the community real barrier, real needs, it might yield some result too. And do you see the difference in the percentage of the outcome between other project and our research? Why there's such a huge difference there? And this is the possible cause that we think it might be contributes our research not showing a statistical significance. The first of all, being a medical student of Phramongkutklao bring more encourage and trust because due to a long time relationship with this community. And this community also have an experience of stool collecting, so they might not have an embarrassment of collecting the stool. And we have also a lot, very limited duration of the test collecting. And the last one, it might be conceivable that the one who attend the health educational session already have their own interests, which may resulting in a high participation rate. So it would be recommended to study in another community to ensure more accurate outcome. And the last one for our conclusion, based on the discussion with the community members, the intervention should be a navigator or someone who has trained and be more skilled. However, due to the limitation, we cannot draw a definitive conclusion at this stage. We therefore recommend for study in a further study in a different population group that can more accurately represent the national population. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you. Very nice presentation. I have a question about the distance between the two villages. What is the chance of contamination or in the village that you had the intervention and the village that you didn't have the intervention in?
Can you say
the distance between two villages, because I believe that you have an intervention in one village,
yes,
and then the other village didn't have the intervention. What is the chance of people in two villages talking to each other about like, hey, I have been encouraged to do this. How about you?
Yeah, all right. Actually, they have a like in the center of them there is a temple which is really like a place that they have a market, and they're like most likely to have a contamination there. But actually we are select the kum that which is really separate in the household that you can see. Yeah.
So if you were to conduct another study, what would be the intervention or like the method that you will prevent this to happen?
All right, the contamination, right? Yeah. Actually, I think based on our limitation that we have a limitation of the to go to the place to travel. We have to like went to the group, and in another study, it would be great to separate more in the distance between them and have no place that they are connecting together. Thank you so much.
I think one of another explanations is that you got a very small sample size.
Yes.
Just 21.
Yeah.
The 21 is from the calculation, or you have the higher number that you didn't reach that number?
No, it's from calculation that we use a Like there is a research that which is really similar to us, and we use that calculation. Yeah, and we reach the number of that goal. Thank you so much.